All right, we're going to be doing a demo of how to build a knowledge base so that we can automate questionnaires. So in our last video, we talked about how RFPs, questionnaires can be painful. And not just filling them out, but actually looking for the answers and information that we need to fill them out. So we're talking about product documentation, sales and marketing assets, previously completed questionnaires. These are all different data sources, but they live in different places. You know, most of the time you've got different versions of them, and even if you have a centralized repository, it can be tough to find the exact piece of information that you're looking for. So a lot of our users have RFP tools or knowledge management tools where they store this content, but when it comes to filling out a questionnaire, they still have to look for the answers, they still have to modify the answers, and they still have to, really make sure that the data that they're using is clean and that it's up to date. So let's see how we can make a better knowledge base using OneUp so that we can automate these answers on the fly. We're going to head over to the knowledge base tab and we're going to click sources. And I pulled these in from my Google Drive and my Confluence before this call. Now, how do we add to this? Well, we're going to add a security questionnaire, actually a PDF that contains a lot of our security FAQ, and we're going to let OneUp learn from this. So over the next few seconds, OneUp is going to learn this document. It's going to allow us to use it to answer questions and also to fill out completed questionnaires. Speaking of completed questionnaires, let's upload one of those. So I've got a questionnaire that I did before this call, and I'll actually show it to you. It's got a column for questions, it's got a column for answers, and most RFPs and questionnaires are much more complicated than this, but this will make it easy to demo. So we're going to use this document, and you'll see here that OneUp is already processing it. Now, at this point, OneUp should have learned from the security FAQ. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a couple of questions, and we're going to ask them, and we're going to see what we get back. So let's ask, how many transactions per second can we handle? And the answer we're expecting is thousands per second. All right, let's see what we get. So the Ask OneUp tab is a great way to validate that your knowledge base is working. You can basically ask single questions here, and you're going to get similar answers to what you would see on a completed questionnaire. And in this case, we're expecting thousands. And that's exactly what we got. Awesome. The answer is basically pulled from the security FAQ, so we know it's reliable. Now let's take another one that might come out a little bit different. So in this case, we're asking, how does offline mode work? Since this is a product question, OneUp is actually going to use more than just the security FAQ to answer it. So remember, OneUp's knowledge base is a combination of sources. All of my product documentation, all of my web content, as well as the security FAQ and compliance docs that I connected. So you'll notice that we get an answer here, but it's phrased a little bit differently than what we have in the security FAQ. That's because OneUp is using a variety of sources. So we're not just replaying knowledge that we already have, we're actually generating new answers on the fly using a combination of relevant and up-to-date sources in our KB. So that's just a quick overview of how we build the KB. You can see here that the completed questionnaire has already been pulled in. If you wanted to see what that looks like too, let's ask a question against that. So how is the authentication credential stored? Let's head back to OneUp. We'll fire that off. And the answer that we should get should be pretty similar to what's represented here, which talks about leveraging physical hardware and trusted execution environments. Awesome, that's exactly what we got. So not only has OneUp quickly generated an answer for me, it's also using the reliable, credible sources that I want it to use. So this is just a quick demo of how we build a knowledge base. If you sign up for OneUp, you should have your knowledge base up and running within minutes, and then you can automate all the questionnaires you want. And if you want to see what questionnaire automation looks like, you head over to the Automate Questionnaires tab, upload your favorite Excel file or CSV or Word doc, and OneUp will fill it out for you. So yeah, sign up for a free trial. We'll see you soon.